Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's Coach Xavier back with another Coach's Den reaction. We're watching from Thinking Basketball. Does LA's clutch dominance make them contenders? At the time of the video, I think we just beat the Brooklyn Nets, I believe. We're 9-1 in our last 10. We've been rolling like crazy. I actually was in the building for both of these Rockets games. These games were so insane, especially this one where they're having the H-Town jerseys on and the court is their alternate court. One of probably the best sporting event I've ever been to. Easily the best basketball game I've ever been to in my life, bro. Like, Bron went 13 of 14. Luka had 40. Incredible game. We'll see how niggas are feeling about the Lakers. I know, it's obviously constant discussion about us as a team being close to contention, either being contenders, this shit being fake. It's a lot of discourse. So we're gonna check out Thinking Basketball. His video's always dope, so I'm ready for the ride. Let's go.
Luka Dončić and the Lakers have been on an incredible performances in the last month, intentionally missing free throws to themselves, winning miracle replays with the God cam from the sky, and any way you slice it, they've been one of the best performing clutch teams in 2026. They're third in net rating and high leverage moments, and they've won 73% of their close games. That's a 5-point game or less at the end of regulation. So is this sustainable? Does this make them far more dangerous than their pedestrian point differential? Let's go back a month to Luka's return from a hamstring, where the defense has been better in addition to his usual big offensive plays down the stretch to eke out some tight wins. 3 minutes left to play. They double Brook Lopez in the post. Luka tags the cutter to help, then lingers under the rim to block the shot. Okay.
That's great
and
defense,
right before that,
Jesus
Dončić
Christ.
wants an angle pick and roll. The defender goes under the screen, so now DeAndre Ayton re-screens that under. This whole time, he's just pushing that defender back until he's within range to shoot. But this was my favorite, where the Lakers set up a 3-man Spain pick and roll. Lopez is up at the screen, so Austin Reeves comes way out to screen him. The Clippers look perfectly positioned, but Luka lobs it to the front of the rim. That's spectacular. Then all of LA's points down the stretch came from Dončić getting to his left hand on the left side of the floor and either scoring or drawing free throws, up faking Chris Dunn on the last one to clip.
So much shit has happened since this game. I don't even much remember this game happening for real. Like,
clinch the game.
This was a minute ago.
The next week they played Orlando, and this was a comeback down the stretch. Starting with silver platter service for Ayton. Again, Luka is going to his left, where he's the master of ball overhead, stare at the corner, and that freezes the defender, and it's down to 3. Now, the Magic tried something different. Listen to Coach Jamal Mosley. They want to force Luka to his right into the middle help. Nearly a steal, but the second time around, he finds Jake LaRavia to tie the game. Luka,
this is a game we absolutely should have won as well.
Says, you want to force me right?
This is
pull back dribble into the step back, and suddenly, boom, the Lakers lead by 2. The next possession, you see what Orlando's going for, though. Luka's funneled to the right, doesn't have that same bag of tricks over there, gets stuck deep in the shot clock, and now he needs some help. Gives it up to Luke Kennard, and at the last possible second, cuts to the corner for a fadeaway 3. And
that was bogus. That one was fucking insane. Like,
and gentlemen, that is why they call it Luka Magic.
Ooh,
next time, same thing. Orlando wants to force him right again. This time, Dončić can't pull a rabbit out of his hat, but a key to LA's recent success has been defense and hustle, with Luka going into the stands after breaking.
It is crazy recently, the narrative about Luka and the whole MVP shit is that he's like shouldn't be in the discussion. Like, for me, he's at worst, I guess, second or third. You could probably have Wemby in there as well, but anywhere under SGA and or Wemby is insane to me. Like, he's flat out been, to me, he's been the second best player so far in the league, especially since the super resurgence recently.
Up the transition chance for the Magic. Lakers mix it up next time with a wing catch for Luka. Watch Reeves draw 2 defenders off the screen, but that's because Luka ball faked like his life depended on it, then slung it to the corner where Rui Hachimura is deadly.
Fucking net.
But after missed free throws, the Lakers are confused matching up. Ayton and Rui go to the corner. Rui tells him never mind. As that's happening, Luka dies on the screen, so there's a lot of pressure on the rim. Reeves and LeBron pull in to help. One of them needed to play the shooters, so the Magic retake the lead.
Yeah, this was like, at this point when we was watching this game live, I figured, yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one. This one was tough.
The Lakers end up with a baseline out of bounds. They call in America's play. Only LeBron stretches it way out to the logo, sets up the screen perfectly, and the Magic fall apart.
Easy.
Which means the Lakers need a stop to win. Ayton does his job on Paolo Banchero, but Reeves doesn't box out. It falls on Luka, but he's not vertical enough to save the day. And
Damn,
then this extremely uncharacteristic.
They didn't call a foul anywhere in there. Is insane.
Play from Donk enough, but
Reeves
doesn't box out. It falls on Luka, but he's not vertical enough to save the day. And then this extremely uncharacteristic play.
Oh, this was the game where he passed it.
It looked like the 3 was too deep for him. He steps up to draw
Just
defenders,
shoot it there.
but doesn't hit LeBron for some reason, then passes him the grenade, and that was a rare frozen moment from Dončić. Next up was Phoenix, where the Lakers fell behind by 12 in the fourth quarter before a Marcus Smart runner. Then we get this beautiful defensive sequence.
In this game, we had the lead. Like, he's kind of skipping a lot of shit. We were like dominant over the Suns in a LeBron, no Luka Reeves lineup, and it just kind of got fried. And then we're down. This game was ridiculous.
It looks like a back screen. Marcus calls it out and stays connected when there's no screen. That blows up Phoenix's entire play and leaves them with a short clock. They try to hunt Luka, but he jumps out nicely, then moves his feet and does a decent job funneling the ball to help. And Smart has been key in LA's defensive improvement, making plays like this to save a dunk. Other end, Luka with the gorgeous post fade and the foul, and the comeback is on.
It's a foul too.
Now, this play is why I think we're watching peak Luka Dončić. Gets it back from LeBron and cross, step back, and that is filthy, but that change of direction, deceleration, and the agility is closer to a younger Luka combined
look at him getting
with his
to the fucking rack
shooting.
here. Oh
And
my
when
God.
I say upgraded shooting, I mean stuff like this utter nonsense.
Oh my goodness.
3-point game with about a minute
Nothing
left.
you can do about
and
that,
this
bro.
is
Like,
noteworthy.
nothing.
Jake LaRavia comes to stunt at the ball. Luka thinks it's a switch and looks to rotate, and they aren't on the same page. Smart's gutted by the breakdown, so there are still some of these gray areas on defense that can cause them problems, but the activity has been much better, and they hustle down the board. That gets the Lakers out in transition, and before you know it, Reeves is doing his thing, and it is tied. But we see that same kind of miscommunication on the next defensive play.
This is where I think a nigga is. I don't think
after Luka, he needs help in the paint, and now both Luka and LaRavia help when one of them needs to go to the perimeter. Then both Luka and Reeves close to the same shooter. Excellent effort, but that's one player too many, and Phoenix can clean up. Lakers go without a timeout.
Game, bro.
You can do that when option B or C is just clear out and create a mismatch for LeBron James. That leaves Smart open, and he attacks downhill, and James cleans it up. And this is a great cut and effort by LeBron after giving it up. His man goes to help. He crashes into all that space on the baseline, and we're tied at 110. The Suns come back with the same idea.
Oh, this is the play. This is where Luka gets beat, and Bron has to help, and
Hunt
I think
Luka,
Royce O'Neal
make him defend in space. LeBron comes to save the day, but it's an amazing kick out, and at that point, they're out of defenders.
Yeah,
and I'm not
Royce
sure if that was
O'Neal,
mostly bad luck that LeBron wiped out Luka, but right about here, he feels like he has to help, and at that point, the Suns out-execute them. Lakers have 1 second left. They need a 3. JJ Redick dials up an amazing cross-court elevator screen for Austin Reeves. And so despite the heroic comeback, despite the incredible holding on the final play, the Lakers drop another close one. and then they just started pounding people.
Yeah, we didn't lose after that for a good.
They are a great partner for us.
For a good stretch. No free ads, buddy.
Since the All-Star break, the Lakers have leveled up to a 122 offensive rating with Dončić on the floor, which would land in the 96th percentile on the season.
These are tough.
After Phoenix, LA won 7 of their next 8 games with an average margin of victory of 13 points. None of those 8 games were close until running into Denver, where they were again
like a fucking hardwood classic
down
game,
by 6 late in the 4th. They double Nikola Jokic, and look at this rotation by Reeves. That's fantastic coordination and effort. Then it gets really fun. Jokic is guarding Smart. They bring him up to the screen. Luka slips it to Smart, and look at this pass by Marcus.
This is why Smart, like, around the fan base, I think some people don't love that Smart isn't like your prototypical 3-and-D because he has a lot of playmaking chops. But bro, having a fourth guy, a connector, be able to do that, like, what a fucking
sees the defender
dime.
heading to the corner, changes his mind mid-pass, and finds money at the basket. But they didn't go after Joker every time because Smart isn't really a roll threat. So Luka just shoots it over a smaller defender, and it is down to 3. Now, look at LA's lineup here. Small ball with Rui guarding Jokic. The Nuggets hunting the mismatch with Reeves. I think Smart thinks Reeves is going to switch. There's a wrestling match, and Murray's wide open, but he missed 13 in a row.
I was about to say,
game.
this is only making the game?
Luka free throws to tie it. Denver again looks for that Jokic-Reeves mismatch, and it's Marcus Smart with another defensive play, but Reeves throws it away. I think Jokic...
Oh, I remember this bullshit. Smart got a key clutch stop, and Reeves threw that bitch,
Reeves throws it away. I think Jokic
Christ.
obstructed his view of Murray, and that led to another Aaron Gordon.
And this bullshit would end, bro.
Dagger.
Oh, my God. That's like in 2024 in the playoff. Like, playing Denver, niggas want to play Denver, while they're not like they're not the Denver that they were a couple years ago, bro. That's still Denver, bro.
We see LA's other backup option when the possession stalls.
Still
They're
Denver.
denying Luka,
I don't know about that.
so Reeves just takes it because he's deadly one-on-one in space. Then again, Lakers with their small ball, tons of impromptu switching. When Murray creeps along the baseline, Smart should probably tell LeBron. Instead, he hero rotates, and again, that leaves someone wide open, but they dodge the bullet this time.
Murray.
And then LeBron lays out for the loose ball, Dennis Rodman style, because effort plays are winning plays, even at 41. Okay, jump ball. Smart makes up for it by taking Gordon's lunch money,
was crazy.
And LA's back
and
in
one,
front.
Pussy.
But that wouldn't last long. Luka needed to be a little quicker on this insane
cross. Oh, what a dime, bro. That's a
pass.
Fucking dot.
And then at the other end,
crazy.
Jokic with the hands to basically seal the game. The Nuggets moved into an intentional foul strategy up 3 at the end.
That's such a dot.
So
it's
the
insane.
Lakers needed Austin Reeves to make the first free throw, then do...
Yeah, infamous forever. Wide open catch.
Oh, is that all? Just the most perfect intentional miss ever and a floater to force overtime? In OT, Luka's isolating on Brown. A second defender comes, and James attacking on the swing has been huge for LA lately. Great interior pass there. Lakers
big
go
bucket
up 2, but fall behind.
That is bucket, bro. That shit is the fakest shit I've ever seen.
Another crazy Gordon 3. Luka now goes back to hunting Jokic. 2 defenders stay with him off the screen, so he basically resets. And when they do that again, Dončić knows the coverage. Bam, behind the back, and it's going up.
Smart has hit some big-ass shots for us, bro. That nigga's been big in the clutch.
What a game.
He's been big.
After Jokic tied it, they want to get Luka a touch with the entire left side open. He drives away from the double team into all that space. Step back, game. 2 days later, we're in Houston, and the Lakers just befuddle Kevin Durant and the Rockets with a basic double team at the top. They went to this repeatedly in
I've
the
never
second
seen
half.
these actual highlights.
Durant had 2 points on 5 shots and 6 turnovers in the half. Nice hands by Luka there.
We literally just put these niggas in hell at the end of the game. This shit was special.
Again, good hustle from James on the rotation, and a perfect closeout to finish.
Hell no.
Look at the 3 key offensive plays down the stretch here. Luka hunts Reed Shepherd, The Rockets pre-switch to keep him away from Dončić, but Luka spots the mismatch with Ayton. Smart yells at Ayton to post up. He seals. Luka with the entry pass, and that's 2 big points to take the lead. 2 minutes later, Dončić says, let me just attack Jabari Smith. They send a late double, and this time LeBron touches it to Smart in the corner, so he's wide open for another 3.
Boom.
And then on the next possession, it's the exact same situation. Luka drives right away from the double. I almost wonder if he's waiting for the double. He's so patient with it. Hits LeBron, who stampedes downhill by both defenders this time. The fumble doesn't matter because that move freed up Ayton on the putback.
Yeah, that's a foul like shit. God damn.
The fumble doesn't matter because that move freed up
Fouled the
Ayton
hell out
on
this
the
nigga.
putback.
Shit.
So LeBron's versatility on the catch has been big. Luka's IQ, Smart's defense, and even their effort and hustle on many of these plays down the stretch. Rotate, help, second effort to close out, and then Luka with the brilliant catch and outlet on the miss to get free throws. There was a defensive lapse on this. Ayton's in for the Lakers, but Houston's playing small ball, and when they switch this screen, Luka's not ready to rotate, and it's an easy
And
dunk.
that's a man, too.
But
Like,
he
he's
can
probably
make
getting
up for
dunked
that
on.
on offense. First drives right into space, pivots back for an easy
DFS.
fadeaway. That's just too much room for him
Easy fadeaway, bro. It's 2 niggas.
to operate.
That nigga's
the
different,
next
bro.
time, it's the
different.
same defense.
He's
He gets
different.
right again to
Come here,
hit
DFS.
Hachimura in the corner,
Gosh.
and maybe
This is a
there's a
big
little
three.
luck on that 4-bounce special.
It's a big 3.
But
That was a
when Luka's
massive 3 in this
dancing
game.
with defenders, even elite wings are subject to full-blown barbecuing, and so Houston comes back with a traditional center.
That nigga throwing
Dončić
it out,
calls
bro.
for him,
Goodness
knowing
gracious.
the coverage, so he
This
splits
nigga
it
might be the
behind
best nigga in
back
the
with
league
a
right now.
no-look
Oh,
lob.
my.
And this
This nigga might be the best in
one
the
was
league,
full
bro. I'm not gonna
takeover
lie.
mode, making a
then he
mockery
hit
of
Brian.
the Rockets defense with the same
come here.
play.
That's a top
And
10
this is
defense,
why Luka's
too.
averaging a cool 35 per game on
Come here,
40%
Jabari.
three-point
Come here,
shooting
Barry.
since the
Come here,
All-Star
Barry.
break.
Come here, nigga.
We saw that in the next game in Miami,
Woo!
where he waits for a switch.
The
It
60 was
doesn't
different,
come,
too. I mean,
and
these
no
are just tough-ass
hesitation that
shots,
time.
bro.
Next
Gosh.
possession, he gets
He
the
was just in a
switch,
zone.
just
The back-to-back,
rocks
that nigga
Bam
was
to
just- he
sleep
was in
with
a different zone.
lullaby step back. That's totally a thing, the lullaby step back. Then we get a third straight triple on his way to 60. This was more of a third quarter comeback with multiple defensive plays, including this smart.
I'm not gonna lie. Going over this video, I do believe in us more because again, I don't necessarily think the run was fake. Like, it was a lot of defensive intensity. Can they sustain that into the playoffs? If they can, I think the Lakers have a great possibility to win a round, and who knows what can happen after that.
Gem. He
You know,
switches on a
'cause
Bam.
the teams are just so great after. Either after you make it out the first round, you either have to play the Spurs or the Thunder. Like, those are 2 juggernauts.
Then goes with the swim move.
But I mean, you play
Luka
like this, you
sees
have a
this
chance
and
against
comes
anybody.
over to
I'm not
help
gonna lie.
on the front. That creates the
Even
steal,
with-
and
even
then they go
against
the other
improved
way
talent,
where LeBron
you've got a
feeds
chance.
Ayton on a rim run because switching creates mismatches.
Good pass,
Shout out
boy.
to this ridiculous pass no one will ever show you. Luka singing a lullaby. Then Pizza tosses it to the
Oh
front
my
of the rim,
God.
but Ayton flubs it. That pass should be illegal. It's so good. Well, where was I? Another great example of
Hey, you
LeBron
gotta
as a
flush
play
that.
finisher off the catch. Luka's reading this defender, no looks into the corner, and James drives right by that closeout. The corner is open, and these are just warm-up shots. So the next time they run this, Luka shot fakes into the same pass. Braun catches on the move. The corner defender doesn't help out, so that's going upstairs for the lob. And remember this play from the Orlando game where it goes to the wing, passer gets a flare screen, and Luka skipped it to the corner? Well, they brought it out against Miami, only Reeves vacates that far side corner. So when Luka receives the screen, Adebayo thinks he's basket cutting. Whoosh, no one's there on the flare, and that is all she wrote. So on one hand,
Also, the play design as well from JJ has been just
and lots
ridiculous.
of strong execution.
He's bringing out right plays, right sets, right defensive sets, right defensive personnel. He's hitting all of the buttons at all of the right times. Like,
For
I don't
this
think that can
Lakers
be going
offense,
unnoticed.
and they have a variety of threats in their
That's so
arsenal.
tough.
Austin Reeves or LeBron. As
Like, watching this video, I think every Laker fan probably needs to watch this video. There, like, obviously, I don't know if we're gonna win it all. I don't think we will, but there is an increased level of, I think, confidence I have in going into the playoffs.
the
knowing
third
that
best weapon
this is what we're
is
putting out
not
there every
easy
night.
to guard.
Like,
James has really excelled extending advantages from the outside in a variety of ways, but Even with their improvement, the defense is still a bit of a whack-a-mole process, which is understandable with their personnel. They aren't the fastest or most vertical group, which limits their ceiling on that end. So the double-edged sword is that all these games are close because the Lakers aren't putting away teams in the first 3 quarters, and that's what nearly every good team in league history has done. If we look at the best teams of the last few years, they smash people in their wins, and the handful of clutch swings don't make a huge difference in the playoffs. The 2016 Warriors won a mind-blowing 15-3 in close games, but that didn't save them in the finals.
Yeah.
In other words, it's better to outplay teams early than to pull out close wins late.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think we know that, but I think a lot of the point differential was that against bad teams we would do that. Usually a lot of the blowing out comes against the bad teams. Not saying the good teams don't also blow out good teams, but most of the time they will blow out the bad teams. We just didn't necessarily blow out the bad teams because I think having Luka, who at points in the regular season doesn't have the highest motor, LeBron, who's the oldest player in the NBA, and I think knowing you have that level of star power, as well as Austin Reeves being, an all-star, damn near all-NBA caliber player before he got hurt, I think mentally it just has your margin for error. It just makes you believe that it's so high that if the game is close, with some of these teams that we just out-talent, like there are multiple clear mismatches that the Lakers can exploit and have exploited against some of the teams that aren't good in the NBA, that even though they kind of don't, they're in the motions through the first 3 quarters, that they can just figure this shit out at the end of the game, which they have done against most of the bad teams in the league. So this was a great watch. Shot to think of basketball. Lakers might have a chance, man. Lakers might have a shot. You never know what could happen. Playoffs around the corner. Playoffs 2-3 weeks. The last 8 or 9 games of the regular season left. Lakers gonna hold on to that 3 seed, and we gonna be back with another video. It's Coach Xavier from Coach Dan. Man, I'm out.